The highly anticipated lightweight title fight is almost here. Islam Makhachev, Charles Oliveira. See who fighters are picking in the final edition of MMA Pros Pick.
Oh, Do Bronx, bro. Do Bronx. I'm a Do Bronx guy. He's my favorite fighter, other than myself. Yeah, I know people say, well, he's been getting hurt and, in those fights that he lost, but he won those fights. And here Justin Gaethje was saying how every time he gets hit by Charles, he felt like he got tased, the taser. And he said no one has ever hit him like that. So, and I don't think Makhachev could just wrestle him. Just grappling's too good to just wrestle. I mean, we'll see. But I got the Bronx.
I think it's a great fight. I'm actually super excited to watch it. I don't know which way that fight's going to go. I know there's a lot of Islam Makhachev nut huggers out there that won't give Oliveira any credit. They just keep thinking that he's just going to get ran through, and I think that's super disrespectful for everything that Oliveira has done. It's one thing if Islam is thinking like that, he's the one that's getting in there, but for people to say that and completely write him off, it's like, how many times can you write off Oliveira before he just keeps making us all lose our money? You know what I mean? And I don't bet, but I betted against him multiple times, and I learned quickly this is not the same Oliveira of old. One guy's been tested, one guy has not. One guy has fought all the guys in the top 5 just about, one guy has not. So for people to just completely say this guy is the next greatest thing, I think is a little bit premature. And not saying Islam isn't that guy, but we don't know yet. We haven't seen that yet with him fighting anyone of note.
Islam doesn't make stupid mistake this fight. That should he win. That I think my beat gonna be Islam beat Oliveira.
Do you see him finishing Charles, or do you think it will go to a decision?
It depends on, but I think this gonna be decision.
Oliveira.
Yeah.
All the way.
How do you think he gets it done?
I think he gets in trouble early, like every single fight, and then makes the comeback. I don't know, you just got that heart. You love to see it in a fighter. Even at like the highest level, he's changed his life, and he still has that drive to be the best in the world.
I think Charles beats Islam. I think he finishes him in the 3rd or 4th round. I think Islam is so used to just having a massive grappling advantage against everyone he's fought, and I think when he realizes that he doesn't have, maybe he does have an advantage, but once he realizes that Charles will threaten stuff and Charles will threaten him from positions, he'll start to second guess himself because he would never have had that in a fight before. And then I think Charles will start to take over from there. Whether Islam backs away from things and Charles gets back to his feet and goes to work on the feet, or he starts to slow down and then Charles can find a way to get to his back or get to a submission.
Yeah, I'm going with Charles Oliveira on this one. I feel he has more ways to win. When you look at the two, I feel he could win by knockout. I feel he could win by submission, obviously. And I just think he has more ways to win versus Islam. I feel Islam's way to win is really going to be just taking him down, just grinding on him into a decision.
Oliveira, hands down. The dude has shown nothing but heart, grit, determination, and skill. So I got to go with him.
Champ has a name. That's all I can say. Is Charlie, and he's good. I've doubted him quite a few times, but I'm definitely on the Charlie train now. And again, I think he's probably the underdog in that fight, I'd assume. So I'm pulling for him. Wouldn't be surprised if Islam pulled it off, but I'm not doubting Charlie's capability for 1 minute.
That one's gonna be a tough one. I think their grappling's gonna negate each other, and if it does, I think Oliveira has the stand-up advantage. So I'm going for him.
I've bet against Charles every time, man, and he proves me wrong. I'm not going to bet against him this time. I think he's going to find a way. He's going to lose some rounds, but I think he's going to find a way to get the finish.
I definitely got to go with Charles Oliveira for that one, man. That dude turned over a new lead. He's just a different beast right now. And I think he's going to definitely go out there and show that in that fight.
We could see a really boring, 5 rounds of, Islam just riding him on top. Or we could see, a fireworks like you did with Gaethje recently, where it's just, fireworks and then someone won, Charles definitely has a skill set that Islam hasn't seen yet, where he can crack on the feet. He's dangerous in the clinch. He's dangerous on the ground. He's dangerous on his feet. And then if you go to the ground, it's he's got the good jiu-jitsu to back it up. It's kind of like everything we thought about Ferguson versus Khabib. You know, it's kind of same style. Everybody's like, yeah, but he's got a funky guard. He's got this. He's got that. And it's like it's all true in this one too. So I feel like you're getting almost like a better version of Ferguson, but not as good of a version of Khabib. And that's just some speculating. I don't know. Maybe he's better than Khabib, but his resume isn't there yet. Man, to me, it's a toss up. It's like I don't know. Like I wouldn't be surprised if Islam won by decision or if Charles got a finish. Just because I'm fanboying out, I'm gonna go with Charles. He's been there. He's on a good run right now. I think he's been to that dark place of like losing streaks and like, where's my career going? And then he's rejuvenated since he's gone to 55. And this is Islam's first test at that. So maybe the experience comes through.
Man, it's a freaking amazing fight, but I think for Islam to win the fight, he has to not make one mistake for 25 minutes, especially if he takes Charles down, how dangerous Charles is off his back. I'm picking Charles to win this fight.
Man, I think it's a tough fight, but I think I think Oliveira just looked exceptional in his last 13 fights. I think I saw a crazy stat, a 92% finishing rate in 14 fights or something.
Yeah.
That's extremely good, and I think the guy's just firing all cylinders. His opponent, I have a hard time saying his name, but he doesn't leave his neck exposed. The head's in tight, real tight in the wrestling, head inside takedowns or single leg takedowns. But I think Oliveira is just a little bit better this time around, so I'd be going for Oliveira in this fight.